Basketball, a team sport that requires hard work, dedication, and passion. For one head coach, Scott Morrison, it started during his playing days at the University of Prince Edward Island, where he started for 4 years and had a successful career.
When I graduated, I was the all-time leading assist and three-point shooting leader for the school history, and I also held the record, and still do, in the conference for three-point field goals made and attempted. So it was a great experience, and I was fortunate to be able to say that I had some statistics to back up the fact that I played, I guess.
It wasn't always easy for Scott playing for his dad, but he was determined to prove his critics wrong, and he could lean on his teammates.
It's still tough when you're a 19, 20-year-old kid to go out and hear people heckling you from the stands that are supposed to be cheering for you, for whatever reason. So it was a tough thing to go through, but one that I wouldn't trade in for anything, because I got the chance to share a lot of experiences with my dad that most kids wouldn't get a chance to do.
While attending graduate school at Dalhousie, Scott was hired as interim coach, while his predecessor went on sabbatical.
And offered me the head coaching job on an interim basis. So for 1 year, I ran her program. We did fairly well with the girls.
Even with his successful stint as head coach at Dalhousie, he was hard-pressed to find a job.
Those weeks working camps in Canada and the U.S., I probably applied for 100 jobs over the 2 years before I got the Lakehead job, both women and men, and just came down to the right situation and the right references that got me a look here at Lakehead. But probably the biggest and most frustrating thing would be, not hearing back from the countless hundreds of jobs that you apply for.
Scott learned a lot from his playing days at UPEI under his dad. He used the skills his dad taught him and mixed it with hard work and dedication. He brings a high level of passion to the head coaching position.
A lot of coaches, including me, would say that sometimes the only thing worse than coaching is not coaching, because of the stress level of the job, or depending on 19, 20-year-old guys to execute a game plan or stay out of trouble isn't always the easiest thing.
The long hours of a rigorous season can strain personal relationships for a head coach.
The biggest relationship that it affects would be with my wife, and any coach would tell you that you have to be lucky to have a wife that understands kind of the nature of the business that we're in. We're not necessarily getting rich, and we're putting in a lot of hours, so it doesn't always add up, but the reason that we do it is for the love of the game and to try and help other student athletes that are coming up throughout the way.
Scott's personality comes across as rough and abrasive to anyone who doesn't know him, but he wears his passion on his sleeves.
Face every time. I would have to look at you doing this every time either, while Thompson's deciding which hand to tip it in on. Put a forearm in his chest.
His players know the real Scott Morrison, and they tell a different story.
It might get on your nerves every now and then, but at the end of the day, it pays off. He's not just helping us basketball-wise; he's also helping us become men off the court. We're making that transition soon. Some of us will be graduating soon and going to the real world. So he also helps us become men and helps us build character. And it just keeps us together as a family. We appreciate everything Coach does for us. So it's real good to have a coach like him. I wouldn't trade him in for anyone.
The future of the Lakehead program is looking bright under Scott Morrison, with the team winning its first OUA Conference Championship. With a top 10 recruiting class on the way, a national championship could be in the near future. Lakehead took a gamble by hiring Scott, and it seems to be paying off.
Maybe gave me a chance and were patient with me, but I like to think I'm rewarding their loyalty right now with a successful program.